and I believe the two most recent, let's see, yeah, the two most recent going over to Chase. So it should be interesting.
With Steve, maybe?
Yeah, so we got Steve
versus
I
see
the
that.
Min Min in the most recent iteration. Chase also won with the Bayonetta? What?
Yeah, I remember the last time I came, Chase was using Bayonetta.
That's crazy. I have never seen Chase's Bayo, but that's sick. But yeah, no, I would not be surprised to see of course, we are already seeing the Steve. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
We stay Min Min the whole time.
Yeah.
Unless it really feels really bad, then maybe Chag will start like going
I don't
back.
think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think he'll drop Min Min in this particular matchup.
I wouldn't blame him because this is one of the few characters that really pushes Steve to the brink. You know?
Exactly. I mean, to be fair, Chag has been putting a lot of trust in the Min Min. So the fact that Chase feels comfortable enough to go game one with the Enderman, I mean, Chag is going to go ham at it, probably even force Chase to change his character down the road. And if that happens, then I would think that Chag could potentially switch over to Palutena. But as long as Steve stays in the ring, I know Min Min will try to hit her from afar.
Yeah, and that is the thing. Min Min has to be very careful with what she's picking. Otherwise, Steve has plenty of tools to be able to go ahead and counter her recovery. And now we are on the shield. Chag trying to find the way through and does so with that down tilt. One of the very best tools to go ahead and shove the opponent off of you.
Also, great SDI from Chag to run away from the jab train of Chase with his Enderman. So far, things are looking pretty good for the Mexican competitor, El Chine On, El de Astros of Reason. Running with the Min Min at this point, he's getting a lot of damage. At least he gets a good opportunity to come back into the stage, only to be received, to be welcomed with a lava bucket.
And that's what I was talking about. Ultimately, the biggest flaw, and maybe the only flaw in Min Min's kit, is that offstage and disadvantage play. Steve knows plenty of things to utilize, but he's going to have to utilize that Angel platform as he is coming back from that stock. Now, Chag going to go ahead, put on lots of pressure. What are you laughing at, buddy? What you laughing at, buddy?
Blocks, funny blocks.
Funny blocks.
Yeah,
¿Cómo
I
se
mean,
dice en español?
Los bloques.
Ah, los bloques.
But yeah, the pressure that, I mean, Chase is trying to put on Chag right now, especially with the diamond weapons. Diamonds is absolutely undeniable. Chag respects it, has to play defensively as well, but is ready to let it rip as soon as possible. Recovery might be dicey here, but saving the jump for last allowed Chag to recover safely.
And I love this. We are pushing all these resources to their extremes, not letting Chase get so comfortable that he can mine as much as he wants. Now, Chag getting caught up by that minecart. Can he go ahead and find his way through? Chase, honestly, kind of letting him in, and I wonder whether or not that was the right choice, but you know what? He's still doing good. I can't blame him. Chag really trying to shut down these blocks, but now that it's stone and iron, it's so hard to break them.
Yeah, so far, Chag with the second stage of Rage. It could be a perfect opportunity. Also, Chase with low resources, maybe a good opportunity here to start mining those, but this is definitely doable. Chag only needs a good read or an extension that feels safe enough to let rip one of those draconic punches, maybe even rely on the Megawatt to try to seal the stock as soon as possible before Chase goes along and does magic, the magic that only Steve provides.
Oh, speaking of that magic, might be seeing it here as we've got it in close quarters. Yes, sir, we're going to see that dash attack. That diamond pick, it don't matter if it is a back air or a charge smash attack, anything like that, it takes it. But also, that up smash, she's got kicks. This ain't just your normal everyday boxing, baby. This ain't arms, this is legs. Chag coming through, putting the pressure with the ram. Really good option to go ahead and roll in there too to catch the back hit of the lava. That way you still stay on stage.
Right. Now, something interesting to note is the trend that Chase has built around this particular first game is that he's been taking the stocks first. At this point, if we continue this trend, Chase should be able to bring this over in his favor. So Chag needs to bring something different, needs to make the appropriate changes now that Chase is low on resources to try to mitigate the pressure that he's putting. But what a beautiful read on Chase's end to get that stock with an insane forward smash, of course, making use of the diamond sword. That was kind of clean, not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah, just recognized. I'm popping you right up into this block. I know you're a good player. I know you're going to take it. I know you're ready. And guess what?
That's the thing.
I'm ready. I'm an extra step ahead. You aren't even on chess. You're on checkers. And meanwhile, I'm building a house. I'm right out here paying off the mortgage with this.
He didn't say that, okay? Calm down.
He actually said it. He actually said way worse. I'm not going to quote it, chat. I know PNW, like Satellite Smash, is cool with a lot of stuff. He said stuff I can't say. He said...
All right,
he said stuff like, I'm going to Town and City against Chase. Chag up in this building. What we got, personally, I think this is actually Min's best stage. In my opinion, from my days, you, of course, got those side blast zones way closer. This still has a longer main stage compared to any other. And from time to time, you got some layouts that feel really good for her. And then you also have that FD layout, which, of course, unless you're Steve, you don't got plats to play on.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's extremely important to deal with Steve when there's no platforms to move around, right? To use as a hub or as a extension of what he already can perform, either vertically or horizontally with the blocks. But look at Chag go with the Dragon Breath, trying to clip him. Love the Ram trying to catch him in the air. This could be extremely scary, but great stuff. Surviving still. He goes all the way out to make sure to get a beautiful
Surviving
spike.
no more. No. He heard you, and he got a little bit upset with that. Chase saying, I am on top of it, but Chag still got a good shot. I love that. The pivot grab, get the back throw. We're threatening the Ram. We're threatening the powered Dragon Laser, which, by the way, when it's powered up, kills like 70-80% earlier. I'm not joking. It's crazy. And now we're on even playing field, 0-0, same stock. Chag getting that first hit. Can we go ahead and utilize the FD layout to its fullest, as well as kind of this Kalos copycat that's going to be coming in just a bit?
Also following the same trend in which Chase takes the stock first, so hopefully that gets broken over. So far, I love the way that Chag is using those down airs to try to catch him lacking, you know, and trying to mistime the way that he lands in order to catch him and punish him effectively. So far, Chag is doing a phenomenal job. Now it's up to the, let's see if he's up to the task to stay alive and break that trend that so far Chase has been holding up.
It came a little close, I will say. Chase really trying to lock down Chag at these corners, but Chag starting to do a lot better job and coming so close and yet so far from getting that stock. Can we still seal it out? We got him at ledge, can we? Yes. Finally, gonna be able to do it with that megawatt. I will say, the big thing that I think has changed here is Chag is doing a lot better job of keeping Chase in the corner and doing a lot better job himself of avoiding the corner pressure from Chase. Now, we're playing some neutral. We got the Ram. This is where that frame data comes into play. The back hit, that Dragon coming on through for the double mix-up. Love that down air too.
Those down airs have been exactly what Chag needed in order to basically make disturb the flow of battle. It's something that Chase has been struggling here specifically because he's been eating all those down airs for a while now. That's a lot of damage. This seems like a good opportunity for Chag to not only break the trend that he already that Chase already established, but also get a first game in this set, which seemed quite doable but hard in the first game.
Yeah, and right now, Chase
finally
gets that footstool to the anvil to get the kill. Love that attempt right there. And of course, something that Chase has been working on a lot. Now, Chag, though, you're going to see him. He's starting to slow down the pace of the game. Wanted to make sure that he doesn't give up what should be his game, and he does so with such excellence in that positioning. Gets the megawatt kill.
Now I'm curious, Yen. Do you think, because we saw a lot of adaptation on Chag's part in terms of how he played within the stage, right?
Yeah.
Specifically talking about the breaking the flow of how he landed with the down air specifically. But do you think this result, this game in Chag's favor, because I know that you mentioned that Town and City is really good for Min, right? But do you think it's because of the stage specifically, or do you think Chag found something in that he could exploit against Chases?
I do
Enderman.
think it's a mixture of both.
Right.
So like the downers, there was a lot more empty areas
Tape.
for most of the game for him to go ahead and disrupt that game plan. But on the other side, Chag also did a really good job of figuring out how to ledge trap Chase and figuring out how to break through Chase's ledge trapping.
That's true.
And so that isn't something that's going to change from stage to stage. But maybe Chase, you know, just needed the switch in, go ahead and bring in these layouts a little bit closer to the normal layout. Maybe now he could go ahead and get it.
Yeah, a little bit closer to the ground as well. That's something that's extremely important to point out. Chag is trying to catch him with the Rams, opting to hit him with a two-frame. Unfortunately, not getting either of them. We're going back into a turtle formation, getting the blocks in order to create a safe space. A blank space, if you will. The pressure, the pressure that Chag is still putting out is absolutely undeniable. He's fishing for those grabs, knowing that as soon as that arm, did he? He didn't get stage spike.
No, he hit the stage with.
He messed up his recovery.
He got a
right?
little too worried that two-frame coming out, and honestly, I can't blame him.
Who
That
wouldn't?
was
Yeah.
so heavily charged.
Yep.
That being said, still definitely got a shot. You got Chag all the way up to 127. You aren't out of the woods yet. And now that back air, not quite going to do it, but got him locked off stage. This is where you got to do it, Zergs.
Yeah, now that he's got an upgrade to his toolkit, I thought that could be enough, but no rage on it means that there's no power on those punches unless, of course, you're that close to the blast zone, and with that high percentage, it's going to be undeniable. Now, Chag found himself somewhat trapped, somewhat boxed, and look at him go. He's just allowing himself to get beautiful extensions. That downer was a little too high up, so that gave Chase the perfect opportunity to react to it and punish accordingly.
Yeah, and now, ooh, the call out on the roll. I love that from Chase because we've seen multiple times where Chag has recognized that down smash and started to roll in so he stays on stage. So now Chase showcasing a development in his own game plan. Now, got him off stage and you are dunked and dead for it.
Yeah, that's rough. Not gonna lie to you, that strung a string in my heart, to be honest with you, but that's fine. Chag needs to keep that same composure. He could still bring this back, and he's waiting on Chase to fall down, forcing him even a little bit, but he's just going up menacingly, waiting for the Anvil to do the thing, to gain stage control without him even trying. Now, Chag cannot get desperate. This is exactly what Chase wants, and as long as Chag allows him to keep it going, it could mean potential disaster for the Mexican competitor.
I will say I love the fact that Chag is still making sure, though, to go ahead and force it. Now the pickaxe is gone. This is where you need to get that kill. Make sure that he doesn't get that diamond for that final stock, but he does. And now that means you're going to have to play extra careful going into that final life against Chase.
All right, watch out, though, because he doesn't seem to be too interested on crafting a pickaxe. He knows that the axe and the sword are more than enough, trying to go for an edge guard here. The lava bucket comes out menacingly, knowing that if Chag made a mistake there when it came to recovering, that would have been impending death. Megawatt does the thing, does what it's meant for, gets the stock. No craft, I believe. I think it was canceled just in time, so that means that, oh, there you go. Get a little bit of extra time there on the knockback, but that also gives Chag a good opportunity to reposition himself into a good place to try to bring this back, taking into account the amount of rage that he has built so far.
Yeah, and of course, you're going to see right now Chag staying on that Ram for a little bit longer, but does get caught by the back air. Of course, that diamond back air does so much for Steve's kid.
Yep, definitely a lot. This is still winner, so it's still a good opportunity for either of these competitors to stay in the bracket. However, it is Chase who currently has the upper hand. We're going back into Kalos.
I love this. I love this stage pick.
I think so.
Of course, you have that open, nice area for Min Min to do her thing. And then
the blast zones.
Yep, those blast zones nice and regular.
And the platforms as well.
Those platforms are huge because there's certain situations where you go ahead, you pop up with something like a Ram, like in there, and you go ahead, you lock them on that plat, and that makes it so much easier for you to get that hit and get that kill.
That minecart staying on forever. Now watch out, that's going to be easy damage for Chase as he forces a situation with the jabs, allowing him to not only gain stage control, but also deal a fair amount of damage on Chag's Min. I mean, I did tell you that Chag would commit to this character no matter what, and I think he still has a solid plan, a solid footing against this matchup in particular. It's just a matter that Chase is a strong competitor. It's really hard to adapt to him and punish him accordingly. Punishing as you should, like yeah, as you should.
Oh yeah, I think you're 100% correct. Chag has showcased a wonderful knowledge of the Min, and I don't think it should be going anywhere else other than this character. And love that
Nice.
2-frame with the dragon. Powered up 2, you know it's snatching up the stock.
Yes, sir. Now, we're still adding up a little bit of extra time. There you go. The flames disappear on that dragon's head, and that also allows Chase to add a little bit of positioning, good positioning to craft a little bit of a extra situation for him to feel comfortable. You know, the blocks allow him, grant him this safetiness. The TNT doing its work as well, forcing Chag to either recover high and still getting exploded, getting caught in the explosion. It's so rough for a Min to try to stay away, but so far he is currently chasing him down, despite the fact that Chase is just blocking, hunkering himself down at a corner, waiting for Chag to make a mistake. You know, the pressure is there, but it's those high numbers certainly pay a toll on Chag's mental.
Right now, diamond in hand, you can see Chase not wanting to go ahead and let him get too much room. I love how Chag is using the Ram because it pops just slightly under, and that positioning has been on point since game number 1. Now, lock him down in this corner. Can we go ahead and keep him there? Not. Chase breaking away for a second there, but unable to get a kill. That forward air spike, not going to do it. Up throw?
Yep. Even on Carlos, the highest blast zone there was no match for the high percentage, and the piston of Chase's Enderman rather. The pressure still on. I like the way that Chag just takes a moment to slide back to power up. Ooh, that could have been it, but unfortunately getting the wrong side of the megawatt. That tech, also something that doesn't happen too often, right? Getting a punish on Steve teching on his own blocks.
Well, and I think that was the big thing there, was Chag wanted to get rid of that that crafting table, because it doesn't stop the Ram, but it does stop the dragon, and nothing's stopping the dragon right there as we're getting that stock. And so went ahead, tried to hit that crafting table, and then noticed last second, oh hey, I also need to throw out that Ram. Now though, Chase put on notice, last stock of game number 4. Can you hold on? Ooh. Can you keep this set rolling? Or instead, is Chag going to bring it to game number 5? The back air almost taking the stock, but we still living for Chag. Yeah,
that high percentage allowed the knockback to give Chase enough time to build up inventory. Once again, things feel somewhat scary because Chag has been putting a wall of pain, which Chase has not been able to break through. Even with all the tools under his belt, it's still not enough because Chag is just putting those arms up. Not forward throw. Okay, I mean, I respect it. Maybe not enough rage. The side B, the card to make sure that he got trampled over. And now things here are where things get interesting. Chase could still bring it back. He's got the diamond tools, but Chag needs to confirm this stock quickly.
And look at that, we are getting plenty of phenomenal nairs coming through. That sword, immaculate frame data, even with how powerful it is. Chag backing off, understanding, hey, I do not want to be in that close quarter situation with Chase right now. I don't want to let this man near me.
I'm scared. I'm not going to lie. Those back airs are extremely scary. Now, good opportunity for the edge guard. Gets the flint and stone. Great roll to avoid getting trampled over once again. You got to be extremely careful because this is where you don't want to be against a Steve. Air dodge has been spent, but it matters not. Good defense on that shield, but still not enough to take that stock. He needs to catch him on the ledge, and he gets him. Chag puts game number 4 on the scoreboard, and we get to enjoy one last game between these two competitors.
That was so good from Chag there.
It was.
And the little bit of pop-off at the end of the game, definitely deserved, definitely earned. And man, just having to take a breath and realize, you know what? I'm still in it. I can still have it. And now we're seeing the switch to Palu from Chase off of the Steve. I mean, I know I saw him frustrated. He
might have been flipping off the screen. He might have been flipping off the screen and yelling at it a little bit.
But we are going to see the switch to the follow. And And honestly, this is definitely a better character into Min Min. How much better? I'm not sure.
Honestly, I wouldn't know either. The thing is that both of these competitors know exactly what Palutena has to offer. Specifically talking about Chag, I mean, he's playing, I would say, on a back foot because, I mean, fighting against... It's interesting because fighting against your character, you know what he can do, right? But in this case, you don't have the same tools. Min Min, it's known for struggling at recovering, and Palutena doesn't care about that. There's so many tools that she can use to keep you off stage that it's actually quite scary that we're seeing this particular matchup in Game 5.
Yeah, and you got so much mobility, and it's coming through so far. That teleport cancel.
See.
Wonderful right there from Chase, and now trying to find the scrap, but Chag doing a really good job of playing evasive up until that explosive flame, of course, but now, dude, for a second there, I was getting ready for it, you know?
That was a drag down up till confirm. Unfortunately, Chase was either not ready or maybe a misinput there. The timing was not right, and careful, because those air dodges can become a threat, specifically if you get betrayed by your own nerves. Gotta be super careful because Chag is cooking, but he's very close to that upper blast zone. One touch of that holy staff, and he could very well lose the first stock.
Yeah, and drop the bowling ball on her head and take that stock right out of the gate. And now living at 176, of course, Min Min got a little bit of weight to where, you know, she ain't the lightest girl. She got those ramen noodles to eat all day. Now, Ram on deck, getting caught by the Nair, still living. The explosive flame almost
nice.
getting him. Second one, gonna do it. Not really an option there.
Yeah, no air dodge, no jump. That was it. However, great stuff from Chag to recover there, or attempt to recover rather. It definitely put Chase in a very tough spot where he's really on a hind legs. You know, he's trying to fight back, but it's becoming increasingly difficult because those air dodges. Chag is basically conditioning a lot of Chase's options. Look at him go for the triple two frame, not getting the third one, but at least the pressure and the fear has been instilled.
Look at that, the down throw now. Might have got a little bit of fear instilled into him, but Chase still wanted to get in there, still trying to fight his way through, but Chag doing such a good job of utilizing the movements, the combinations of the 1-2 punches, as well as these nairs to just box Chase out and not let him in, but the double back air, able to go ahead and force him to ledge, catching the down air too with the blender. Love that from Chase.
Oh, careful though. Great recovery from Chag, but he's still not out of danger. Recovery might be dicey here. He's too low. That's a stock. And even though it was Chag who had an upper hand there in terms of percentage, he is currently one stock away from being eliminated from the upper side of the brackets. He still has a good opportunity to bring this back, but he needs to take Chase out really, really fast, and he does so with a dragon arm.
Just catching that leg hit and ledge hang. You cannot be holding on too long when you're fighting off against Min Min.
Nice.
And can't be holding on too long against Palu, as she is going to take you for a little bit of a ride. And look at that, the dash attack to another Nair, but finally breaking through with that down air, that stall and fall, but avoiding the explosive flame. Chag, can you go ahead and stop the momentum of Chase? Oh!
That was kind of scary, not gonna lie. We're seeing a lot of Ram and the Dragon to try to extend the damage, to try to make sure to do a little bit of a small trickle damage, to be honest. But the thing is, I cannot wait to see the Megawatt come out, because you know that as soon as that happens, it's go time. Percentage is somewhat right, maybe not here in Kalos, but a beautiful back air from Chase will allow him to keep on going on the winner side of things. Chag will have to fight down in losers.
Yes, sir, and Chase going to be going on to, of course, fight the one, the only Sparkle, who was able to get that upset over Louis Money earlier. And wow, what can you say about that set? It was phenomenal. We got to see a lot of different adaptations from both players, where all of a sudden, you know, Chase recognizing, hey, you're rolling in to stay on ledge, so I'm going to drop this down smash a little bit farther back. On Chag's side, all right, I'll recognize that you're doing a really good job of making it hard for me to play on this grounded plane, so I'm going to come in, just run up, down air, punish that. And now, all of a sudden, it ends off with the Palutena.
Yeah.
And
I think it was a sensible change,
I think it was good,
to be honest. Because Chag was adapting, you could tell. And if Chase were stubborn in that